Passion Before Motivation and Humanity Before Happiness by RADLY. Some people have trouble finding their passion. Later in this talk, I'll ask a question that anyone can answer in 1 minute, and your answer will include the things that you're passionate about, even if you have no idea what they are right now. Now, if you Google passion, you'll find people telling you to pursue it by setting a goal and taking action. And if that doesn't work, motivate yourself. Think positively. Looks like every motivational speaker guru that we know and hate just vomited on the screen. Outdated belief systems and isolated concepts like this don't cut it anymore. It's 2016 and it's time to raise our level of thinking. I want to tell you 3 stories about 3 of my passions. Not because I want to talk about what I've done, but because I want to talk about what I was thinking while doing it. My first passion was entrepreneurship. In my mind, entrepreneurs were rebels and renegades that wanted to change the status quo. And I could relate, and I felt strongly about it. My first business at the age of 23 was in property development. It succeeded and then it failed. And then I had no money. Literally zero. Then I discovered that zero is not as low as it can go. So I got some credit cards and went into debt to fund my next big idea. Delivering education through this new thing called the internet. This time, my company succeeded and we completed an IPO. But it was a roller coaster ride. Friends of mine lost. I felt like I was metaphorically beaten up at least once a week, and I'd lost an arm and leg, but it made it across the finish. The bank account that once had no money in it now had a lot of money in it. And I was faced with that moment of truth where anyone has been in this position or imagines being in this position asks this question. Has money solved all of our problems and made me happy? It solved some problems, but there was still something missing. But I recall when Mandela was answering questions from the media about his lifelong struggle for the rights of his people. It occurred to me that a lot of people think that human rights were important, but didn't actually do anything about it. So why is that? Later that year, the stock market crashed. The value of my stock fell by 90%, so I lost a lot of money, but I still had more than the zero that I started with. So did I succeed or did I fail? Did it make any difference? What was the point of it at all? What should I do next? And it led to passion number 2. There's a lot of people in the world that need help, but who should I help? Helping one group of people meant not helping another group of people. So it was an important decision. I decided that the world's poorest people needed the most help. I found a report from the United Nations that ranked all countries from the richest to poorest, and the country that was ranked lowest on the list but safe enough to visit was Mali in West Africa. The people in the north had less rainfall than the people in the south. So I decided to help a village in the north. Now the village needed a million things, but my resources were finite. So what should I do? Well, At the time, they had no electricity, and 1 in 5 children died before the age of 5 due to malaria and childbirth complications. I decided on a combination of solar power and the health center. When I look back on the sequence of decisions, I could see that I was always trying to answer one question. What could I do that would have the maximum positive impact? And it led to passion number 3. Self-discovery seems to be infinite, so it cannot be a destination. And if there's no destination, I have no choice but to enjoy the journey. A journey that can only unfold in the present. Now, the old way to introduce new thinking would be for me to convince you to believe what I believe. The new way to introduce new thinking is to bring together out collective wisdom from all of our combined self-discovery. So, I'm not trying to tell you what to think. I am trying to tell humanity what you think. So these are my 3 stories about my 3 passions. So what do you feel strongly about? Now it doesn't matter if your answer to their question includes things that are big or small. But there is one wrong answer, and it's nothing. Your genetics and experience have created a unique combination of things that you feel strongly about. It doesn't matter if they're big or small, ridiculous or insignificant. They all matter if you feel strongly about them, and they all belong in your life wall, and the combination of all of our life walls is the life wall of humanity. We all have a unique role to play.
Now, don't really nail down passion, because the idea of not even bothering to search for it is still ringing in my head. This is the Webster definition of passion: a strong feeling of enthusiasm or excitement, or a strong feeling such as anger that causes you to act in a dangerous way. The things that you feel strongly about are the things you're passionate about. The things you feel strongly about are the things you're passionate about, and they're not trivial, and they shouldn't be suppressed. And you don't need a motivational speaker guru to convince you to act on them, because you already feel strongly about them.
In my case, I don't have the security of letting you hear what I'm talking about or how successful I imagine became. It just started. This is the beginning of Act 3 of my life. I don't know what's going to happen next. I don't know how it's going to end. Do I have any fear of what might happen? Well, yes, it might fail, but I'm going to do it anyway, because I feel strongly about it. Finally, my journey did not involve randomly swapping out one passion for another. Each one led to the next. In my mind, I'm climbing the mountain, and it's my passion that's driving me to do it. You might ask, well, what's at the top of the mountain? I actually don't know. But like all of you, I'm going to wake up tomorrow morning, and I am going to keep walking up the mountain until I found out and die trying. My question for you is this: what do you feel strongly about, and what will your impact be? Adam Radley, passion before motivation, and humanity before happiness.